I'm Captain Monte with Texas Fishing Tips, and this is your weekly fishing report.
You know, we're going to have light winds this weekend out here at the end of the jetties, south and north. The sheephead have been showing up pretty consistently now. So anywhere around the tip and on the outside of the north jetty coming back towards the rocks all the way towards the beach, sheephead have been pretty consistent. So live shrimp's been the ticket. I like using a little, 1/8 ounce weight, 1/4 ounce weight right on top of a number 1 or number 2 Kell hook. You can even go up to a number 3 on these bigger sheephead, and that way if you do catch a red, well, then you're going to hook them too. The redfish bite is still pretty consistent out here. There have been speckled trout first thing in the morning right at the tips along these rocks. So anywhere around the jetties right now, you're going to wind up catching fish. I like it on a slow incoming tide. Right when the tide changes, seems to be the best time. Even on the inside, if the wind picks up a little bit, around this satellite tower right here, the sheephead have been out here also. There's some scattered rocks a little deeper, that 14, 15 foot of water, and fish have been hanging off in there. We've also been catching a few black drum out here. The bull red's been here. So a lot of good fish around Port A. Right here by Klein's Landing, there's a pier, Channel View Pier right here. And in between Channel View and Klein's Landing, there's a flat in between here that's got some scattered rocks. Redfish, black drum, and sheephead have been pretty consistent using popping corks with about a 12-inch leader and using live shrimp, or you can use your favorite plastic lure. Been working real well. Those of you that want to stay on the inside, over here by the old McDermott docks, the old field docks, all around these pilings and these granite rocks up on the bank right here, been holding pretty decent redfish and speckled trout. Out here in front of Fina docks, up along this bulkhead, sheephead been pretty consistent along with redfish. I've been catching a few sand trout. Those of you that like to catch sand trout, they're still hanging around. This is a great area to be targeting them. Live shrimp has been the ticket. Over here on the other side, up along these houses with these piers right up along the ICW right here, the ship channel, there have been sheephead, black drum, and redfish. You cannot tie up to the docks, but you can work all of these docks right through here. This time of the year with the sheephead coming in is a great place to target them. Over here on the other side of Brown and Root docks, there's a little jetty that comes out, a little rock jetty that comes out right here. This is a great place to target multi-species fish also. Live shrimp seems to be the ticket. If I'm working anywhere around Port Aransas, I believe in live shrimp. So get you some live shrimp, pick your days, get out there and enjoy the weather we're going to have. After these cold fronts come through, the water's been pretty low. So the other day I come through here for a couple days. Right here on this S-curve, right here where it bends, there's a little S-curve right through here that goes out to these flats. Right here in this deeper little channel, you'll see these PVCs. There have been sheephead, black drum, and redfish hanging off on these this oyster reef on both sides. If you come back, the other morning we come through here, we got all our reds, black drum, mixed in with some big sheephead. So all around these docks, you cannot tie up to them, but you can work around these docks, and been still a lot of good fish being caught all through here. Live shrimp or dead shrimp's been the ticket. If the tide has come up, then them fish come through this little gut, and they fall off out here on this flat. So this little flat is a great place to be targeting redfish and black drum. You can get back here on this flat with cut mullet, live mullet. I've even been using mud minnows. Been working real well for the redfish, and dead shrimp for the black drum. So anywhere around here has been catching pretty consistently. If you're coming out of Aransas Pass, out of Con Brown, short little ride, there's a lot of good fish out on the flats right now. Behind Island 1, 2, 3, and 4, There have been redfish and black drum holding off through here. Those of you that want to chase speckled trout, well, all this flat coming through here around Hog Island has been holding pretty decent trout. So all this area you can get on a good drift, and you can drift these areas with popping corks and live shrimp or your favorite plastics. Been working real well. Out here on the Klondikes, this has also been holding fish. Working the potholes with live shrimp or dead shrimp or even your favorite cut baits. Been holding redfish and black drum holding around the Klondikes right now. Work the potholes and you'll catch your fish. Out here in California Hole, if the temperatures are still cooler, there have been trout being caught in California Hole. So this is a great area this time of the year to be catching fish. If they're not in the hole, then work the grass flats away from California Hole and good trout being caught. Back here by Yucca Cut, from Yucca Cut, what we call right through here, and Little Trout Bayou, all this area back in here and this harder sand, there's been good mullet present, so the redfish are following the bait, so there have been redfish all back here on this back sand flat back through here. There's some scattered oyster reefs. Be careful, it does get skinny. This time of the year, great areas be working T-heads out here. These rocks right through here hold a lot of good fish. Right now, the sheephead are showing up. I like working the entrances of each one of these little guts coming at the points right through here. Live shrimp, free lining. You can use a little knocker rig if you want to use a little weight on top of a number 2 or number 3 kill hook. Works perfect. I use live shrimp. I like using fish bites, the shrimp flavor, the pink ones, and topping that off with live shrimp seems to be working real well. So all this area around Corpus is going to be holding fish. All the way down here by the Lexington. These little jetties out here by the Lexington. Also, those of you that don't have a boat, you can come out here. You can catch black drum, speckled trout, redfish, and sheephead right now. Mixed bag limit. So, good areas to be targeting. If you don't have a boat and you got them kayaks, this little shallow flat right through here with all this concrete around the old RV park, around the causeway. Great area to be targeting trout, redfish, and sheephead and black drum. Just be careful. Them ships coming into the port, they make a pretty good wake out here by the causeway. I've seen some big waves come through here, 4-footers, and you're talking, with five in a row. So if you're out here by the causeway, which is a great place to be fishing, but highly dangerous. I mean, you got to be very vigilant on these big ships coming through. Anywhere around the causeway right now, it's a great place to fish. Just, got to be careful. I mean, usually where there's great fish, that means there's, danger, so, you can work this area. If the ships come, then, if you're in a boat, get out here in a little deeper water, let them ships go into port or come out, and then jump back in there. A safe place to come, especially when the winds are light, is out here at these gas wells. These gas wells are some of my favorite places to fish, especially this time of the year. You got speckled trout, you got sand trout, you have redfish, black drum. Everything's migrating right now, and these gas wells are a great place to be catching a different species of every kind. So get on them favorite days that you want to get out there. Light winds, incoming tide out here works the best. Live shrimp. I like live shrimp, or if you got your favorite plastics you want to throw with the jig head, great place to be targeting fish out here. So if you haven't been out here, take the chance, come out here on them good calm days and, work these wells, get familiar with them. Great place to catch fish. Y'all have a great week, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching. This is Capt Monte.